Good morning, everyone. I'm Daniel. Welcome to my channel. Today, I will be talking about Hadith Qudsi. Hadith Qudsi is different with other hadith because Hadith Qudsi is basically from Allah to Muhammad, but the wording is credited to Muhammad. So Muhammad read it with his own words, as opposed as a Quran is word by word from Allah, and Hadith Qudsi is not like that. Yeah. So now I will give you an example. Hadith Qudsi number 19, on the authority of Abu Hurairah, who said that the messenger of Allah said, pride is my cloak and greatness my robe. And he who competes with me in respect of either of them, I shall cast into hellfire. For us who are Christians, we know Satan fell because of pride. Most Muslims know they know that as well. I will read from Bible. Ezekiel 28 verse 17. Your heart was proud because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor. I cast you to the ground. I expose you before kings to feast their eyes on you. And pride is also the opposite of humble. Our God is love, and love is described in 1 Corithians 13 verse 4 as the following. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. So this hadith is showing that Allah is not the same God as our God. At least Allah of the Quran. So God in the Quran is not the same as our God. Now I will read you Hadith number 16, on the authority of Ibn Abbas, from the messenger of Allah, among the saying he related from his Lord, that he said, Allah has written down the good deeds and the bad ones. Then he explained it by saying that he who has intended a good deed and has not done it, Allah writes it down with himself as a full good deed. Now, so if you're thinking of doing something good when you wake up in the morning, but then you don't do it, Allah counted as a one full good deed, because you're already thinking about it. You don't do it, doesn't matter. I will continue. But if he has intended it and has done it, Allah writes it down with himself as from 10 good deeds to 700 times or many times over. So if you're thinking of doing good deeds, a good deed, and then do it, so it's between, the reward is between 10 to 700 times or even more. Now I will continue. But listen carefully to this. But if he has intended a bad deed and has not done it, Allah writes it down with himself as a full good deed. So if I'm thinking, when I wake up, I'm thinking of doing something bad, like robbing a bank, stealing, or doing a corruption. Let's say if I work for government and I will steal money from the tax or whatever, and then I don't do it, it's counted as a full good deed. I will continue. But if he has intended it and has done it, Allah writes it down as one bad deed. You see what's wrong with the hadith? It's a very crazy hadith. Anyway, in the title, I said a hadith Qudsi. One Hadith Qudsi stolen from Jesus. Let me read you the Hadith number 18. On the authority of Abu Hurairah, that messenger of Allah said, Allah will say on the day of resurrection, O son of Adam, I fell ill, and you visited me not. And he will say, O Lord, how should I visit you when you are the Lord of the worlds? He will say, did you not know my servant so-and-so had fallen ill, and you visited him not? Did you not know that had you visited him, you would have found me with him? O son of Adam, I asked you for food, and you fed me not. He will say, O Lord, how should I feed you when you are the Lord of the worlds? He will say, did you not know my servant so-and-so asked you for food, and you fed him not? Did you not know that had you fed him, you would surely have found that the reward for doing so with me? O son of Adam, I asked you to give me to drink, and you gave me not to drink. He will say, O Lord, how should I give you to drink when you are Lord of the worlds? He will say, my servant so-and-so asked you to give him to drink, and you gave him not to drink. Had you given him to drink, you would have surely found that with me. This hadith is wrong for a couple of reasons. First of all, this is stolen. So Allah, in this hadith, Allah say things like this. And second thing, this stolen thing from Bible, as usual. I will read you Matthew chapter 25, verse 31 to 40. This is a little longer, so you can all get the context. When the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. Then he will put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you? The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Now we can see even that hadith is confirming that Jesus is actually Allah himself, because Jesus in Bible talking the same thing as Allah, what Allah said in Hadith Qudsi, exactly the same. Not word by word, or the hadith is copied from Bible. Either one, it's one or the other. If it's not copied, then Jesus is God. If Muslims don't believe Jesus is God, it means that Hadith is fake. Thank you for listening. God bless you all. Enjoy your day.